Okay, welcome again. We are continuing our study of chords. And just to review, we've already looked at 3 different chords within the C major, right? The 1 chord being C major chord, the 2nd chord, the 2 chord being D minor, and then the 3 chord, the 3rd one, E minor. And hopefully by now you've been able to practice different combinations of those 3 chords, because the key is to be able to move as smoothly as possible between the chords. So now we are moving on to our 4th chord in the key of C. We're going to go C, D, E, F. So we're going to look at the F chord. So let's talk about the names of the notes within the F chord. We have the 1 being F. So the first note is going to be F. Then we're going to skip the G, and we're going to do A. We're going to play A. So we have F and A. Skip the B and C. So the 3 notes that we have that construct the F major chord are F, A, and C. So let's practice the F chord together now. So the F chord, our simplest form, we're just going to use the top 4 strings. And we're going to start with our 3rd finger on the 4th string on the 3rd fret. So there you have it. That's our F. Okay, now this you're going to find is going to be a bit of a challenging chord, and I'll show you why. The next note now is going to be A. So that is going to be using our 2nd finger on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. So you got F, and then you got A. So again, just making sure you're using your fingertips and getting those to sound individually and then together. Now the next one is going to be C, which we will use our 1st finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret. So there you have it right there. So we have F, A, and then C. So again, if you're getting any kind of sound like this, which happens very typically when you're a beginner trying to learn these chords, so you want to kind of analyze what's going on there. Oh, I'm noticing that my 2nd finger is choking out the 2nd string. So I want to adjust my hands so, again, that I can get every note ringing and then be able to play them all together. Now, the next note, we're going to double the F an octave higher, so it's going to be using our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So now you're going, well, I'm already using my 1st finger. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to bar. So you're going to bend the knuckle back just a little bit from this C note here on the 2nd string to also finger that 1st string 1st fret F. So that's where it gets very challenging. Actually, a very challenging chord. So a lot of times when you're new, you have a hard time kind of bending that knuckle. Your finger's not used to that. And you can typically get a sound like this on that 1st string, not quite coming out yet. So again, the most challenging part of this chord is going to be barring your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd and 1st string. So again, probably a good thing to do is not worry about these 2 fingers right now and just make sure you get the sound here, right? So let's practice that. We got C with our 1st finger, and then we're going to bend the knuckle a bit back to catch that F on the 1st string. So let's play that together, individually, and then together. Then we can add the A on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, using our 2nd finger here. Now your hands and fingers might be getting tired right now. If it is, just kind of shake it off a little bit, and then try that again. adding that A, and then adding that F. You might need to adjust your hand a little bit. See, I choked that out myself. So I got to adjust that a little bit to make sure I'm good. So there you have it, the F chord. Now with this chord, we can use what is called, and we're introducing this now, the bar chord. So to get this F chord to be even fuller, what we can do is take up our first finger, take it right off there. We still have these two notes. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add another F. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our third finger off, put it up here to the C, and then put the fourth finger where the third finger was on the F. So now, right now, we have this C, third finger on the fifth string, third fret. Then we have F, which is the fourth finger on the third fret of the fourth string. And then we have A right here, which is the second finger on the third string, second fret. Now, here's the challenge, and this is why it's called the bar chord, because you're going to bar with your first finger all 6 strings, like that. But the ones that you're really going to be fingering are the low F, here, the C, and then the F. The first finger will be playing those notes, fingering those notes. So it's going to maybe take some time, but this is what it sounds like. It's a big, fat F chord. So at first, again, you want to make sure that you're getting each note individually. And this will probably be one of the most difficult ones you'll do. So there I go, I got them all good, I got them on my fingertips, everything's sounding. And then I can play the whole entire chord and get a nice fat F chord. So let's break down the F bar chord just a little bit more. So like we did in the smaller version, we started right here with the first finger barring the second and first string, right there. We put the second finger on the A. We got that chord. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our fourth finger on the F and our third finger on the C. So the third finger will go on the third fret, fifth string, and the fourth finger will go on the third fret, fourth string. So we have that chord right there. So now the next and last step to get the full bar chord would be to reach for that low F. And what you're doing is you're barring the C, the F now with this part of your finger. So what you want to do is play each individual note. So if I were to take off these 3 fingers, what the first finger would be actually playing would be the low F. Then we also would have the second string being played by that finger, and then also the first string being played by that finger. So you have... So then if you add the other 3 notes, you have the full F chord. Okay, so now we've learned our 4th chord, and even a couple of versions of it, right, with the bar chord. So now, so far, we have C major, we have D minor, E minor, and now F major. And again, we're widening our vocabulary of chord structures, so that will help us to be able to develop more and more chord progressions. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you at the next lesson.